Today we're gonna look at this GI Joe Mega Construct Sky Striker versus Cobra His Tank building set. So yeah, here's the front of the box with our Sky Striker in question. Finding a His Tank there. Little look at your figures, various box art and logos. All very exciting stuff. Here we have the back of the box, showing us some more views of the sets, stuff they can do. Another look at the figures and more logos. Also a bunch of legal information and warning about small parts and all that other very exciting stuff. Here at the top of the box with your G.I. Joe logo. More look at your planes and opening wings and moving cockpits and various weaponry. Here at the bottom box with your barcodes and lucky numbers, your legal information, various symbols and recycling reminders and more legal information. All very important stuff and necessary. Here at the side of the box with some more logos there. Another look at your Sky Striker. Good old Duke down there doing Duke stuff. Here at the side of the box with some more logos. Look at your His Tank there. Another look at your His Tank and your Sky Striker. Good old Cobra Commander doing Cobra Commander stuff. So yeah, let's go put this thing together and see if it's any good. Hopefully it is. Here, look at our instruction booklets. You get one for the His Tank and one for the Sky Striker with, more pictures on the back. Very schematic-like pictures on the front. So yeah, there you go. Instructions. One big one, one smaller one. You also get some, I guess, Cobra propaganda here. Very classic-looking kind of Cobra Commander artwork there, which is pretty nice. You also get the little file cards here, which is pretty nice to see, which, you usually get them back of the toys. So yeah, there you go. Here we have the good old Commander. Looks pretty nice. Does come with a nice little stand there that says Cobra Commander. It also comes with a little gun there. Overall, it looks pretty nice. It comes with a fairly standard kind of Mega Bloks figure. Does have, elbows and knees and shoulders and head moves around. Does come nicely painted there with a little Cobra symbol, belts, little stripes on the sides. Yeah, overall he looks good. Good enough to lead. Here we have His Driver, as they call him. Does come with a very nice stand. Very nice kind of painted legs there, a little painted Cobra symbol. Very nice silvery visor there. Overall, he looks nice. Doesn't really come with any weapons or anything else, which is a little disappointing, but, he still looks good and still good enough to drive, so there you go. Here we have our His Tank all built together, which looks pretty nice. Fairly accurate to what you kind of see in the, cartoons and comics and stuff. Does have very nice printed pieces here on the sides, numbers and Cobra symbols. Get some more printed pieces back there. Do get a little clip there so you can, I guess, hopefully clip other things to it at some point. Do get a little standing ledge there. More of the same printed pieces on this side as well. Let's get a little printed piece there. Cobra on there. And a little printed control panel. Do get your, I guess, little turret up here, which does spin around, and these things also can move up and down, so that's nice. You can shoot whoever you want to. Do get this nice cockpit here, which opens up to your little cockpit area with nothing really else in there. There's no controls or anything. It's just pretty much a hole. Do get a little front piece here, which is printed to look like headlights. Overall, that's about it. It's a little small, but I think it does scale nicely to the Sky Striker, so that's fine. Hopefully they'll make more of these in the various different colors. Hopefully just on their own, so it would be nice to have a bunch of these, make a nice little army. Yeah, there you go. His tanks. You can also put your little His Driver in there. You just gotta move this out of the way. open up your old cockpit and just sort of shove them in the empty spot down there. It's kind of cramped, but it works. And there you go. There he's in there, I guess, driving somehow. Then up here you can, there's a big old hole here. You can, I guess, stick Cobra Commander in there. Kind of make it look like he's controlling it. And I guess shooting people at the same time. There you go. He gets a little, there's nothing really that holds him in there other than just standing there. There you go. He's in there a little too far, but you know, it works. Well protected. And yes, it also rolls. So that's also fun. Congratulations, you did it. You can now defeat the evil forces of G.I. Joe with this very nice, kind of classic looking artwork here. Good job, Mattel. Good job. He also gets a very nice, I guess, G.I. Joe propaganda here to, you know, slander Cobra. You also get a very nice little piece of classic looking artwork here of Duke. Very, you know, looking very Duke-like. So that's nice. You also get some more little file cards here, just like the old toys, which is nice. Here we have Duke. It looks really nice. Very nice stand. Comes with a very nice backpack there, very reminiscent of his original backpack. Also comes with this gun there, which is also very reminiscent of his original gun. Get a little strap there across the chest, helmet, which is painted fairly nice. Except that eye, I think, might be a little wonky, but overall he looks good. He looks, you know, just like he kind of did in the old cartoon and the original figure. So there you go, Duke. There we have Ace. It looks pretty nice. Very nice stand there. Also has a very nice little backside here. Little painted stripes, little painted boots there. Same with the little red on the chest and on the arms. Just gives a very nice dome there, which is pretty accurate. And overall, he looks pretty good. Looks, you know, just like he should. Here we have our Sky Striker all put together. Make it very lovely, very, very plain-like. Look at these very nice nose cone pieces, which are fairly big pieces and pretty interesting. Also has printed pieces here with, you know, little G.I. Joe logos and little rescue things and other details. Very nice striping here. You also get your names of your pilots here on the little cockpit piece, which is nice, which does open and close. There's not much going on in the cockpit. There's a bit of a back of a chair there. There's no real control panels or anything else. It's fairly basic in there. You do get a bit of weird extra little paint spillage there, which does kind of scrape off, but still a little disappointing. Just like it's a little fuzzy there as well. Not that very sharp of printing. Do get some more printing here on these sides. Gonna look at your little bombs there. Some more printed pieces there, pretty much everywhere. Little walkways, little arrows, panel removal. Do get these big old wings. Get a little printed piece there. Some more little nose steps there. On the other side is pretty much exactly the same as the other side. On the back, you get some more very nice printed tail fins here, which looks pretty nice. Get your engines back here. Nothing too crazy, but you know, they work. back fins here, also with more printed nose steps on the other side, which is fairly basic and it's not much shaping here. It's pretty square down here, but you do get your bombs. Get this guy and these two and these two, and get two more up here. Do get a bit of a landing gear. It's pretty nice. It has these little wheels there. Kind of wish they were rubber wheels, then it would roll a little better, but hey, what are you gonna do? Plus, they don't really retract or anything, so they kind of stick out when you act like you're flying it around, but there's not much you can do. Which is probably just the weakest part of this whole thing is the underside. Thankfully, the bombs here sort of make it a little better, but still, it's still fairly blocky and odd looking, but nobody's gonna really display it on the bottom side up, so should be fine. You also get a very nice printed piece down there that says Sky Striker. And you get these big old wings, which do open up to form more of a, I guess, attack pose or whatever. Nice little printed stripe here. And it's pretty nice that they both open together, which is fairly satisfying of a little play feature. Good times. You can fit good old Duke and Ace in here. Once you open up your cockpit, and you can just sort of stick them in there. There's nothing really holding them in, so they just sort of flop about. And you kind of had to take off his backpack there so he can get in there, which is a little odd. Then you have no place to put this, but I guess you can just hold it there. There you go. They're in there. Probably not the most secure and kind of move about if you move the plane about, but what are you gonna do? But overall, it's a pretty nice plane. It's nice to get a giant plane. Hopefully they make more G.I. Joe stuff, like a Rattler would be nice. There you go. Good old G.I. Joe. Congratulations, you did it. You made it to the end of the video, built this Sky Striker so you can defeat the evil forces of Cobra on this very nice piece of artwork here. So yeah, there you go. Yo Joe.